Welcome to Chris' Veve journey. Welcome back. So today I want to talk about the Mickey Mouse drop. Yeah, I guess we get right into it after the intro. There we are, Disney Mickey Mouse NFT collection, the Sorcerer's Apprentice Mickey. Funny enough, I did a video about the magic lamp drop and I uploaded the video too, and then I forgot to turn it online so that everyone can see it. In that video I already talked about this collectible, but I feel like there were things coming up down the line again and again about this collectible, and to be honest, it just got worse and worse. So there's quite a bit we can talk about. So I guess let's get right into it. It's the Series 3, the Sorcerer's Apprentice Mickey, because we already got two Mickey Mouse series. Series 1 was the Steamboat Willie Mickey Mouse, which I think was a pretty great drop. I think every version was pretty nice. Of course, the secret rare was really special, and the common was the least special one, but it still looked nice. The uncommon was really nice because of the facial expression. That was a quite successful drop. Then we had Series 2. That one was pretty bad. And I think the reason it was pretty bad and not well received was because it looked bad. I said it back then, I understood why they chose the colors, but it just looked bad, it didn't make any fun. And this is, yeah, you can pretty much see it in the sales, right? Nobody really is interested in that one. So now we have Series 3. So yeah, let's start with the magic lamp from Aladdin Wish 2. So if you were successful in the drop for the magic lamp, then you will get today, you will get a code that you can redeem on the app. You can redeem the code on the app, which will grant you access to a blind box for 7 days. You still have to pay for the blind box. And that is why some people are not sure if they should go for the drop or not. But since they have a whole week to decide if they want to do it or not to do it, they can pretty much look at the market, see the prices, and then decide if they want to go for the box. Which is interesting. So there are roughly 16,000 pieces, and those 16,000 pieces, 10,000 are put away for the drop. So those are set aside. We don't have access to these 10,000 editions during the drop. So that was something, I don't know. Let's put it this way. People were pretty excited about this info. Collectors were not. Like, I dare to speak for most of the collectors. If you're really a collector, if you really want this, then this kind of sucked. Because if you didn't get the lamp, and a lot of people that wanted the lamp didn't get the lamp, but a lot of people that only want to flip got the lamp. So yeah, there were pretty much a lot of people that were not excited about it. And the way it was handled down from that today was bad. It was just bad. I can't say it any different, in my opinion. I mean, this is just my opinion on my channel. You can disagree. If you disagree, you can surely put it in the comments. Just be nice. But yeah, we can talk about it. That is not a big deal. It's totally fine to have a different opinion. But for me, as a collector, I think this sucks just so much. I saw the interview with Reverend G on the My Collectibles stream. I don't know. I don't know if that what they say is just that honest. to be perfectly honest to you. I'm not sure if I should trust what they say. I don't know. It's hard. It's hard for me. Like this drop is really, really hard for me. So let's look at the editions, right? So we have the uncommon 8,888 editions. The blind box costs 60 gems. Mickey, not an FA, because we already have Mickey Mouse. And I mean, what is basically pretty cool is that the most affordable one, or the one you have the biggest chances on to get, is the animated one. And it's animated and it has sound effects. So people were pretty excited. And a lot of people expected the water to be moving. I can tell you right now, the water is not moving. I was not surprised that the water is not moving, because looking at this picture, I said right away when I looked at this, this is one of the best made statues on the app. Point blank, it's one of the most beautiful and, in my opinion, well crafted pieces. Like, the water is done very, very well in my opinion, but looking at it, I was pretty sure this won't be animated. It's not so easy to animate this water the way we see it here, right? So I didn't think that the water surface we see here will be animated. So that is cool, right? It's an uncommon, it's animated, sound effects, pretty great. Then we had the static one, ultra rare, only 5,555 editions. Still looks pretty nice. Not as gorgeous as the animated one, but still nice. And then we have the secret rare, which also looks pretty great. Again, I'm amazed of the textures here. Like the textures of the bottom where he stands on, the little stones there, the texture of the bucket. It looks great. In my opinion, this looks great. It looks like the Mickey head is clipping into Mickey Mouse ears. Not perfect, but I give it a pass. It still looks really great, because the what you would call mixed media on a physical statue, and I mean the clothing, looks pretty well done. It really has that Disney look to it. I really think it's great. So it's beautiful piece. 1940 editions on this one. So I guess there's something for everyone. Like the one you will most likely get is animated, has sound effects. And then the next one is an ultra rare, which still looks pretty great. And then there's a secret rare, which I think looks even better than the ultra rare. So just looking at that was pretty awesome. But, and now there comes quite a few buts here. Number one, around 16,000 editions, and 10,000 are already put away for the people that got the magic lamp. So that means you have roughly 6,000 pieces for the drop. That's a lot of people that are not going to get this drop. Like, I already know 6,000, I never hit those drops. Never. Even back then when I had multiple accounts, we didn't have a chance here. No one in my city that I know of had a chance on these kind of drops. So I'm pretty sure I'm not going to get it. Which is fine, that is not my problem. The thing is, from that 10,000 editions, those will again not go to the collectors, again will go to the flippers that instantly flip the lamp, instantly flip the D, and now they will instantly flip this one, if they even buy it, because I'm pretty sure they will wait for a few days, maybe for a few hours, looking at the aftermarket prices, and then decide if they even want to buy it and sell it or not. Which basically means if you really want this, and there's quite a few collectors that want this Mickey Mouse, like exactly this one. This is the one. This is the Fantasia one. There's a lot of Fantasia fans. And for me, I really like the collectible, but I'm not a big Fantasia fan. I watched it, I think it's cool, but I'm not a big fan. So it's not too bad that if I don't get it, right? I'm pretty fine. I can live with it that I don't have to get it. But I still think it's a so great looking statue that I would like to have it. But, and here comes, that's a problem I have here. So, there's two scenarios. The first one, I don't know, maybe the uncommon will go under the drop price. The secret rare will be, I don't know, maybe 100 gems. And maybe the uncommon will be around drop price. In this case, a lot of the people wouldn't redeem their code to get this box. And also, I almost forgot. The people that have a code to redeem and get the Mickey can also try their luck in the drop. And since they were already lucky, which in some cases might be because they have a great position, they are close to a AWS, or maybe they have whatever kind of yeah, let's call it luck, or maybe technical advantage. I don't know. Whatever they have, there's a good chance they will hit the drop again, right? Because they already got the other one, and they have, for whatever reason, an advantage on their side. So they might even hit the drop. If they hit the drop, then that begs the question: can they use their code to mint a second one? And if they can't, can they sell the first one and then mint a second one? That is awesome. So there is a scenario here where a lot of people will have 2 Mickeys and the big bunch of people will have no Mickey in the drop. That would suck so bad. I'm so curious to see what people will say on Twitter when they try it. Yeah, but let's say there's not much money to make because the aftermarket prices are not high enough. In this case, most people wouldn't redeem their code. And what did Veve tell us what will happen after that 1 week window closes to redeem the blind box? They won't get back to us. We won't have a chance a week later to get a rebound on the unclaimed boxes. No, they will get burned. So if they can't make a financial gain, the boxes will get burned, which means there are less, which then again will mean we will have a higher price on these collectibles because many have been burned. Now, if that doesn't happen, and I don't think it will happen, I think these will have quite a good price, enough for most people to mint it, but still, there will still be people that don't use their code. Botters, I guess, will most likely not use the code. So there's still some that will get burned, which will also increase the price. So as a collector, it feels like it's just a lose-lose scenario. No matter what happens, I mean, as a collector, if these things go under retail, and I think under retail only the ultra rare is possible to go under retail. But if that happens, then you would basically need to buy them quickly before the week ends, and all the others will get burned. I don't know, if they send out a tweet a week later and say, oh, 3k have been burned, I guess that will increase the aftermarket prices quite a bit. So there's a short window on that. And if it's expensive, then yeah, then you'll have tough luck because it's expensive already and it will only get more expensive after so many have been burned. I already saw people selling their codes, which I wouldn't suggest buying because you're not safe. Like literally not safe. If you buy it, I would... You can't even try the code. It's not like you can tell someone to send you the code and then you send the money, because you can check for the code if it works. You can tomorrow, maybe when you see this video, maybe then some codes are out there and can be redeemed. I don't know if you already can redeem them. Yeah, I think you will only be able to redeem after the initial drop. So that's pretty interesting here. That's a tough one. I'll be honest, that's a tough drop for me. I don't know. I just think the whole Aladdin lamp drop was a big middle finger to the real collectors. I don't know. It's like they were feeding flippers, feeding bots, and the collectors were the food that has been fed, feeding those people. So we already have on Twitter the animation. We can look at it here. There's also the sound. I had to turn off the sound because otherwise I risk that this video get claimed or striked, whatever the term is. So I think a lot of people here in the comments don't like the animation, mostly because they expected the water to move. I didn't expect the water to move, so I'm not surprised here. I think overall the animation looks pretty solid, looks pretty good. Like I said, the product here is great. I think it's a great statue. I think Mickey looks great. I even think the animation looks good. What I would have liked to see is some kind of effect. I was actually expecting that there's some kind of light effect or something that would make it look like there is a little bit of water flowing. So basically not the water surface being affected itself, but that you have some like water particles, like a little bit of glow that we have seen on the Tesseract. You would see that kind of thing happening, going around, so that Mickey would move in the air. But aside from that, aside from the water, I think that's a pretty solid animation. It looks pretty cute. It looks really like Mickey is alive. Even that little blink there, I think that is really solid, really well done. I really like it. So funny enough, what I was thinking about when I looked at it. So there were a lot of comments, and here was someone, Veve Tuga. He showed a little animation he did, and he used a it's not called a simulation, it's simulation. So simulation. And his point was, this kind of simulation takes a lot of gigabytes, a lot of space, and the phone can't handle it. And then we have a guy here, CZR, and no disrespect, guys, you know, it's all good. I think you're just doing your part in the community, and that is great. But he's telling people your phone would freeze. Phones can't handle that kind of animation. The simulation is really hardware hungry, etc, etc. He tells all the people that are saying the water should have been moving. Though he's right. I totally agree. This kind of simulation would totally freeze your phone. There's no chance that could work. Which is what I said. You would find a creative solution. It's not like you would just say, like if you do a creative job, you can't just say, oh, it's impossible. That's not how you work as a creative. You look for ways to make it work. And the way to make it work would have been some kind of particle effect, some kind of already baked texture of a particle effect. You know, that would have been just a little animated texture on a invisible geometry piece. That is not much on the hardware. It's pretty much the same what we have on the Tesseract. Basically the same. Like it really is the same thing. So that's quite easy on the hardware. That would have been possible. I don't know, maybe we will see that still. Maybe it comes as a surprise. That would have been a solution I would have looked for. But I'm not too mad they didn't use it. Even that way, the way it is now, people are not excited about it. I think it's still really pretty solid animation. So yeah, so much about the drop. Now, I'm not going for the drop and I'm not buying this set. And I'm not telling anyone to do the same. Not at all. If you enjoy it, get it, okay? But I really thought about it. I didn't like how they handled the Aladdin lamp drop. I didn't like that wish thing because it didn't reward holders. And look, I'm the one, I always said I'm not the biggest fan of these 5-piece sets that you have to collect 5 pieces and then you hope for an airdrop or for some kind of reward. I was never a big fan of that because I said, okay, these 5 pieces drops, they are really expensive. Even some of the 3-piece drops are really expensive. I don't know, that's not fair to the people that can't afford too much. But man, that is so much better than just rewarding people that were already lucky on the drop. That's just the worst way to handle it. And I know Reverend Alex G, he said basically that was kind of how they talk to Disney, and they found that they tried to find a way to make some kind of airdrop happen, some kind of utility happen, and this is what they came to terms with. Even with some legal stuff, I have no idea. I don't know if I should trust that. He can basically say whatever, right? I don't know if that's the case, but still, that's the worst way to handle it. And for me personally, what put the nail in the coffin was their last decision to say, okay, we burn the rest of those unused redemption codes. Instead of giving us a second chance, the collectors, to get it a week later, no, they will rather burn them and push the price. And this is just not a collector's app thing. I was always on their side, always saying, hey, this is a collector's app, it's not an investment app. But this whole Aladdin lamp thing, from front to back, every decision is rewarding flippers, is rewarding bot users, and just spitting in the face of us collectors, or of the collectors. I not even put myself in those shoes. I'm not the biggest Mickey Mouse collector. I'm more for the comic stuff, right? I would have loved to have this because it looks great. Great product. But yeah, that's basically what it is. That's basically what makes me mad about this drop. And for me, that's what I wanted to say. I'm not going for it. It's a personal decision on my end because I can do these videos and I doubt that anyone from Veve actually looks at my videos. Why should they? I have a small reach so far, and that's not the point. I don't even try to be fudding or whatever. That's not the thing. But my voice is heard the best with my wallet, with what I spend. And right now, I don't feel like this is a collector's app. This has been going on for weeks with the Spider-Man comic drops already that were also not collector friendly. And at this point, I'm saying, okay, I'm not putting fresh money into the app. I'm taking a step back and I'm not buying that. I didn't go for the comic drop today either. I decided if it's not a piece I need to have this piece, then I will keep myself from going for the drops, because the drops is 100% of the money for Veve. I'm not doing that. Aftermarket sales, I try to avoid them. I'm not looking too much. I'm trying to at least not pay as much as I have. I try to keep my spending down as much as possible. And I'm saying as much as possible because I'm a collector. There's some stuff, when I see it, I got to have it. If there's any way I can afford it, I will do it. And this is the problem I have with the Mickey drop. Like, they know there are collectors that are the same way. They love Mickey Mouse. They love Fantasia. They know these people will pay quite the amount of money, of gems, to get these pieces. And this is just rewarding flippers, botters, whatever. Because they can make their money on the backs of collectors that were just not lucky. They were just not on the advantage on technical advantage or advantage of place, whatever it is. Yeah, and I'm not playing this game. I'm taking myself out of this game. I'm not doing it. I wouldn't be able to enjoy these pieces. I think the Aladdin lamp looks cool. I think the Disney D looks pretty great. And now these 3 pieces, they look really great. I wanted to have the whole set, but I'm not getting any of these because if I have them in my vault and I look at them, only thing I would think about is how I was played for being a collector, how I was taking... okay, I'm not... okay, I don't want to make it sound too bad, but I would feel played. Not saying anything else about it. There are some more harsh words, but I don't want to make it sound worse than it is. But I would feel really bad about it. I wouldn't be able to enjoy these pieces because it would remind me that nobody was really on my side as a collector. I was just there to feed the flippers. Nah, no, not for me, not for me. So that's why I will completely ignore this drop. I will try the drop. Of course, I won't get it. At these small chances, I won't get it. If I get it, I guess I will sell it. I will do the thing the flippers do, right? So, I don't know. But, yeah, basically, no. Just no. And all upcoming drops also, if it's not a dream piece of mine, I'm not going to go for it. Until I see Veve acting like they care about collectors. I always see them talk about collectors and what they will do for collectors. The last AMA I saw with David Yu from Decon, I was so hyped when he talked about what they are going to do for the collectors and how to make it more fair. I was so hyped, but I feel like I just fell for it again. Just words. From now on, no more words. I want to see action. Unless I see action, I'm trying to spend almost no money on this app again. And that's just my personal edition. I'm not personal... yeah, that's just my thing. It's so late. It's so hard to speak in English right now. So that's my thing. I do it for me. You don't have to do it. Do whatever you want. I'm not saying anything. I'm not trying to spray FUD around. It's just how I feel as a collector. This is my collector feeling. And I know quite a few of my collector friends feel not exactly the same, but mostly agree with me. So yeah, so much for that. Yeah, if you like this video, this was a slow one. I guess I was talking really slow. If you like this video, leave a like. If you haven't subscribed, please do. And of course, I'm always interested to hear your thoughts. Let me know what you think about this drop, the way Veve handled this drop. I'm interested to hear your voice and what you think about it. But that's it. I'm out of here. See you on the next video. Bye bye.